Hey guys, Christian from Shawn Films back here again with another movie review today, and you'll probably notice that we're on a new set right now. But there'll be another video explaining all that, so go ahead and check it up here in the info card when it's released. So anyways, like I said, we're doing another movie review today. Before we get into it, be sure to check out all links down in the description for all of our short films, all of our tips and techniques for budget filmmakers, all of our product reviews, and other movie reviews. So while you're at it, also hit like and subscribe and hit that bell notification to encourage and stay up to date on all of our future uploads. So anyways, today we're going to be covering Psych the movie for our movie review, so let's get into it. So like normal, I'm going to have a non-spoiler and a spoiler-containing section, so if you want to head to the spoiler section, go to this time code right here to take you straight to it. So anyways, for all of you that don't want to get the movie spoiled for you, let's go ahead and jump right in. So starting off, the execution and overall plot line of this movie was very similar to a regular episode. A lot of the same feeling and emotion and humor was actually involved in this movie as in the normal show. You see a lot of common characteristics between the two. It really just felt like an elongated episode, but still jam-packed with plenty of stuff in there. Plenty of things you'll enjoy from all the characters. You'll see a lot of characters being brought back in kind of interesting ways. Not necessarily all ones that I cared for, but if you want to hear why, that'll be in the spoiler section. But anyways, there were a lot of problems I actually had with this film, and it mostly had to do with characters and just the fact they had some scenes in there that did not really need to be there at all, and just kind of made the film a little bit confusing or detracted from the overall film. And I don't know, it just kind of bugged me a little bit. Like, they tried too hard to kind of hype up a reboot of the series. And as much as I love the show, with the way they did this movie, I almost don't know if I want to see a reboot. Some of the characters were so out of character that they didn't even feel like the same people anymore. It was like the actors that played them had been out of the roles for so long that when they tried to get back into character, they created someone new entirely. And it was, once again, just kind of detracted from the whole film and made everything kind of go off kilter. So it was one of those things. But if you are an avid Psych fan, it's definitely still worth a watch. So go check it out anyways. My overall review of it would be probably a 5 out of 10. So, well, once again, if you are a Psych fan, it is still worth a watch. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into the spoiler section now. So the whole thing with Juliet being like a dirty cop and the crimes of Juliet O'Hara, that really bothered me because, once again, it put her character in that position where she didn't feel the same anymore. None of that part was like Juliet, especially with all like the sneaking and slyness that she did behind everyone's back. And then Shawn's reaction to her was not like him. Like, none of the characters felt the same as they did before, except for in that intro scene when Shawn is running away from the bad guys. That was about the only part where it felt right with the characters. So, I don't know. There were a lot of things a lot of problems I had with this movie, and mostly with the way that they introduced characters or extra scenes that they added in there. Like Carlton, you only see for a minute when Juliet's calling him. And then you see like the old police officer who was running the police academy. He shows up to get Shawn and Gus to go on a mission. And I don't know, there's just a lot of things that didn't seem right or did not add up or just overall felt awkward. And it really kind of bothered me. And then the way Woody was introduced as well, they brought him back. The explanation they had for him was stupid. I want to say he got like fired from the other morgue for doing some stupid stuff, which of course that is like Woody for doing stupid stuff in the morgue. But to have that be why he ended up where everyone else was, that didn't make sense. And I didn't really care for the new location. I liked Santa Barbara a lot more. Obviously, there were obvious story reasons for why they were in the new location, because at the end of the last season of the show, it does show them leaving with Karen Vick. And speaking of Karen, her daughter was also introduced very awkwardly. She was shown stealing, and it was just kind of expected of the audience to know who she was by the encounter between her and Juliet, but it didn't really make any sense until later when you see her at the house with Karen, and then it makes even less sense because, well, that's the chief's daughter. And there were so many things about it, like that if you overanalyze it like I am, then it just doesn't make sense, and it feels weird, and everything's just off about it. Whereas then a lot of the times in the show, the stuff actually made sense, and it connected very well. The pieces they put together in this film were like, it wasn't even really Shawn and Gus discovering the end of it. It was really just kind of they fell into a trap, and then the ending was actually really disappointing, very anticlimactic in my opinion. But once again, like, the main reason to watch this film, honestly, is because they were just trying to hype up a reboot, is all it really felt like. And that's all it really ever did, was attempt to do that, because they brought in, once again, all the same characters again. And then they brought in, like, they tried to bring in the same humor, didn't necessarily pull it off very well. And there were just a lot of things that I think they tried to do, but then either overdid it or did it wrong, and then it just kind of screwed up the whole film and made it not a very successful movie at all. Like I said, just the overall ending left me unsatisfied. I don't know why, but Juliet and Shawn just getting married left me unsatisfied. Well, and then at the end there, they were in that firefight. Well, not really a firefight, but Juliet's brother was being chased by some police, and Shawn and Gus got involved. And the way they just ran off at the end, it kind of left an open ending, was really disappointing. Like, they left that cliffhanger because, once again, they want a reboot. So they would probably just pick up where the movie left off, and I don't know. I feel like they should have just had Juliet and Shawn get married, have that be the end of the movie, and get closure for the entire series. But they really didn't feel like doing that, and my guess is, like I said, they probably plan on trying to get a new season started. So if you're a Psych fan, you can look forward to that. But if they execute the new seasons the same way they did this movie, it's going to be a big letdown, and they're not going to go very far with it. But anyways, I think that's all I got for the review today, guys. Thank you all for watching. Once again, be sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell notification. And I'll see you guys all next Thursday when I upload the next video. Peace out.